Well, good morning, everyone. Today, I just want to go over briefly again my alternative timeline of the last decade and a half of, in quotes, conservative government, because it's not as clear as these merchants of your discontent would have you believe. Now, I know what you're thinking. Diego called SJJ a Tory boy, and all he's done ever since is defend the Conservative Party. Well, it's because there is nuance to all this, okay? There really is nuance, and I've come up with a timeline of events, so let's take a look. So this is my timeline of events. David Cameron in 2010 does not even get a mandate for a cookie, moderate Conservative Party and has to go into coalition with the Lib Dems for 5 years. What's more, this is on the back of the worst financial crisis of our time and attempting to manage the economy and put all the pieces back together. So literally his hands are tied behind his back, even to implement a moderate cookie conservative agenda. So we can just wipe off these 5 years of the alleged 14 years of conservative misrule. During this time, we have the rise of UKIP, the threat of UKIP in this 2015 election. So he promises to implement a referendum on leaving the European Union. So really, the first year of the David Cameron Conservative government is 2015 to 2016, during which he delivers you that referendum. Now the country chooses to take it, and that throws a massive spanner in the works. This is really another black swan event. So David Cameron has to resign immediately after 1 year. Then we have Theresa May attempting to put this shit together for 2.5 years. She's stupid enough to call an election to try and get a mandate and loses that and has to go into another coalition government with the DUP. So come around to this entire period is hand-tied. This period was hand-tied with the Lib Dem coalition. This entire period, you know it. You just remember back to the Brexit days. Nothing happened apart from Brexit negotiations during this time. So this period is hand-tied, another coalition government, right up until we get December 2019 and Boris stands on get Brexit done. And then we literally only get 2 months of Boris before COVID-19, the real black swan event, hits. And then you know yourself again. Just think back. Nothing got done apart from COVID management during that time. Fast forward to 2022, and we have the brief Truss government, followed by Rishi Sunak, and which is basically trying to put the pieces back together and manage the fallout from COVID-19. Now, finally, right here we are, fast forward to 2024, and we actually have Rishi Sunak, whatever you might think of him, attempting to put some populist policies on the table. Actually, immigration is at the forefront of it. And what everybody's telling you is that this series of events is not a series of, yes, mismanagement, but black swan and bad events. Also, without these 5 years anyway, we can really whittle all this down to 1 year of conservative government between 2015 and 2016, during which you were actually delivered the exit from the European Union, and then attempts to manage fallout and another massive black swan event. And then here we are now attempting to put some populist policies on the table. Whatever you might think of these people, I'm just saying it's not as straightforward as you're being told. Now, I've been called blue-pilled, I've been called an idiot, I've been called stupid. But it's not as clear-cut as you're told by people who are selling you. Well, are they Labour Party activists? I don't know. But what they're doing is attempting to sell you a Labour Party government. And what is most likely to happen is a nightmare coalition of Labour stroke SNP government and what could happen over the next 10 years. Is now the time to pull the rug on the Conservative Party right when immigration is actually on the cards to be dealt with? I'm not convinced it is. I'm not happy about the record here at all. Don't take that away from this, that I'm happy about this record. I'm not. I'm very unhappy about the record. But I can see that there is nuance as to how it all played out, rather than just this story of deliberate betrayal and malfeasance, which I think could happen under a nightmare coalition of Labour and the SNP. All right, thanks for watching.